Well, you probably have a general idea of the different types of photography on the market today: wedding photography, portraits, newborn and family shoots, even food photography. But have you ever heard of something called cloud photography? Retta Mack is a spiritual photographer who captures images in clouds, and she joins us here in Historic Studio D. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay, we're gonna talk about your pictures, but I want to talk about how this all got started. It's a very personal story, isn't it?
It's pretty deep. I call it Art Thy Father spiritual photography because it was based on hearing the Holy Spirit's voice that prompted me to take pictures. I heard him one time, that really the first time, that really saved me and guided me to a better life. So when I heard this voice saying, take a picture, you know, of the clouds, I did it automatically. I pulled over and looked at it, and there was an angel in cloud form.
And that's what we're looking at right here.
Yes, it's kind of got a head with some hair, a couple little wings on the back. But what's ironic is my niece and I were talking about religion and angels and Jesus the night before. So I thought, wow, you know, am I seeing things? But everybody else saw what I saw.
So how did you get from there to cloud photography?
It just continued happening. I would pray or, you know, be with somebody and we'd be talking about something. And then later I'd get that feeling, and I call it our Father's whisper, because it's a feeling, a movement that I feel, a prompting. So I just hold my camera up. I could be in a parking lot, I could be on foot, I could be in the traffic light.
Yeah.
And then I just look at them later.
Because you don't always see them.
No, I don't see them
when
ever.
you take the picture.
No. Only recently I've looked up and seen something, and it's been like, wow.
Yeah.
It continues to get more intense and more detailed.
And we have some pictures to show, and one of them, and they're not all real deep. There's one that you'd say is kind of fun when you were out crabbing.
Yeah, we were crabbing, and we had done a couple runs and didn't get anything. And my husband actually said, God, please don't let us go home, you know, empty-handed. So like on the second run, we started getting crabs, and we were the biggest we've ever gotten. And I was like, this is one of those moments, because it just felt like, and I held my camera up and clicked, and then I didn't even get to it for a couple days. But when I saw it, it was like, wow. You know, we were actually in the yard doing crabs and, you know, reheating, cooking, stuff like that. And I was like, oh, look at these pictures.
And you even held the crab net up.
Yes. Well, no, it was actually just like sitting there.
It was actually there. Oh.
It was sitting there, and we had done a run, and it was cool.
It was.
It worked out.
Yeah. And then there's one of Mary.
Yes. I had been coming home from North Carolina, and my children both called me on a Sunday. I was on vacation, and for some reason they both were speaking about religion. And on the way home, I'm just riding along, and I said some prayers and held my camera out the window, and I got that feeling. And there's the Blessed Mother. But people tell me, they'll walk up and say, oh my, it's Mary or the Blessed Mother. I'm like, if not only I see it, you know, others see it, I need to share it.
Yeah.
And that's where this has gone. It's turned more into a ministry.
Wow.
Not just about the art.
Well, with that in mind, what do you hope people take away from looking at your art?
That, you know, there is a God, and Jesus can live in your heart. And this time of year is what I felt was a good time to share with others. You don't have to be perfect. He can come to you at the worst time, like me. We don't want you to be at your worst time before you find him, but he can talk to you and relate to you and communicate. You know, for some people it might be in their garden or water, but he's here, and he's with us. Yes, definitely. And that's the way he comforts me.
Yeah.
You know, and the pictures relate to what's happening, which is, you can't do that.
Yeah.
But I believe my faith says he does it for me. So.
And you really love doing this, don't you?
Oh, I love it. It's, you know, I never knew what my hobbies were, never had any favorite things, but it just brings me joy.
That's wonderful.
Very good stress buster.
So happy to hear. Cloud photographer Retta Mack, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is an amazing story, and of course we'll have more information on our website, delmarvalife.com.